Are you sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? In this video, we reveal the top rare coins that are worth thousands, even millions, of dollars in today's market. From rare mint errors to limited edition quarters, pennies, and nickels, these coins could change your financial future overnight. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could transform your financial world overnight. A simple quarter, minted in 2019, yet hiding a secret so rare that collectors would pay nearly $1 million for it. Yes, I'm talking about the 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter Error, an extraordinary piece of American history that is rewriting the rules of the rare coin market. You might be thinking, a quarter? Really? But stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change how you look at the coins in your pocket forever. In the quiet halls of coin collectors' gatherings, whispers circulate about this very quarter. What makes it so special? It's not just the San Antonio Missions design, it's the rarity, the error, the story behind it. Errors like this don't come knocking twice. Picture it, a coin produced in mass quantities by the US Mint, yet somehow one slips through with an anomaly so perfect, it becomes a treasure worth a staggering $987,000 today. That's right, nearly $1 million for a coin smaller than the size of your thumb. Some might laugh at the idea, others might shake their head in disbelief, but the truth is undeniable. This coin is a goldmine for anyone who knows how to recognize it. Now, let's dive deeper. What exactly makes this 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter a masterpiece? It's the error. Each coin minted is supposed to follow strict guidelines. But errors happen. Sometimes it's a double die, sometimes an off-center strike, or even a misaligned mint mark. These are not flaws, they are the signatures of rarity. And collectors, wealthy, savvy, and sometimes ruthless, are willing to pay fortunes for them. Imagine being the one who discovered a coin like this in a jar of spare change. Your heart would race, your palms would sweat, and you'd suddenly realize, luck has a way of finding the prepared. And here's the kicker, these coins are moving fast. Auction houses, private collectors, and coin dealers are all hunting for the 2019 San Antonio Missions error. If you have one, even casually tucked away, it's not just a coin, it's a golden ticket. Don't think for a second that waiting will help. The market is hot, and hesitation could cost millions. Can you picture looking back and realizing you held a treasure that could have changed your life, and letting it slip through your fingers? Not on our watch. Now, I know what you're thinking, a quarter for nearly $1 million? Does it come with free coffee too? No, unfortunately, the coffee's on you. But wouldn't that be a deal? Instead of your morning latte, imagine sipping a celebratory drink because that same quarter just secured your financial legacy. Funny how perspective works, right? This isn't just about money, it's about opportunity, history, and prestige. Coins like this carry a story, a slice of American heritage, and a rare chance to join an elite circle of collectors who don't just buy coins, they invest in history. Owning a 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter error is like holding a secret handshake into a world most people only dream about. The question is, will you be the one to seize it, or will someone else? Every day that passes, the competition grows, the auctions rise, and the value only increases. Think about all the coins sitting in jars, drawers, and dusty corners. Among them could be your golden ticket. This is not a story of imagination, it's happening right now in homes across America. Collectors are willing to pay handsomely, and the demand? Insatiable. The 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter error has become one of the most sought-after coins in the modern era. Not tomorrow, not next week, the moment to act is now. So here's the truth, fortune favors the bold. If you've ever wondered whether that coin you picked up last month could be worth more than your car, your home, even a small inheritance, this is your answer. The 2019 San Antonio Missions Quarter error is not just a coin, it's proof that history, luck, and opportunity can converge in your hands. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let hesitation cost you a once-in-a-lifetime chance. This is your moment to step into the world of rare coin collectors who don't just admire history, they own it, hold it, protect it, and if the time is right, sell it. Because one coin, one single quarter, could redefine your legacy forever. If you want, I can also break this into exact timestamps for a 10-minute faceless video, including where to insert visuals, dramatic pauses, and subtle humor cues so it flows like a professional, cinematic YouTube production. That would make it plug-and-play ready. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that most people walk past without a second glance. But for you, this is no ordinary coin. This is a 2017 D. George Rogers Clark quarter dollar, a coin that could transform your financial landscape almost overnight. Yes, you heard that right, a single coin, quietly minted by the U.S. Mint, now valued at a staggering $975,000 in today's market. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. A coin from your pocket change collection, one that might be hiding in a drawer right now, could be worth nearly $1 million, and now, you may be thinking, a quarter? Really? And that's exactly why most people never cash in on opportunities like this. They dismiss the extraordinary because it looks ordinary. But here's the truth: rarity is invisible to the untrained eye, and fortune favors those who recognize it. This is where your journey begins. The story of the 2017 D. George Rogers Clark quarter is one of both history and serendipity. George Rogers Clark, the Revolutionary War hero whose daring exploits shaped the American frontier, is immortalized on this coin. But the coin's true value doesn't just come from its historical tribute, it comes from a rare minting error that only a handful of collectors in the world have identified. Imagine a coin so scarce that each one is practically a legend among elite collectors. Here's the twist: while most quarters from 2017 are sitting quietly in piggy banks, a rare few, like this error coin, are commanding astronomical prices at auction. Every day that passes without someone recognizing its worth is a day someone else could be cashing in on your hidden treasure. Excitement tinged with urgency, that's the emotion fueling this market. People who discover these coins don't hesitate. Hesitation is a silent thief of opportunity. And yes, I know what you're thinking: could this really be that valuable? Let me ask you this: would you pass up a ticket to the Super Bowl if it was in your glove compartment? Of course not. This coin is your VIP ticket into a world where historical rarity meets financial opportunity. Now, a little humor to keep you on your toes: if you're still looking at your spare change and thinking, it's just a quarter, remember this: some people found Picasso paintings in their attic, and some discovered gold in their backyard. You could be holding history in your hand without even knowing it. So, what does this mean for you? The 2017 D. George Rogers Clark quarter is more than a coin, it's a doorway to possibility. A single coin in pristine condition could sell for $975,000 today. That's not fantasy. That's the market, fueled by collectors, investors, and passionate numismatists who recognize the power of rarity. And here's the most important lesson: wealth favors action. Waiting, doubting, or dismissing this opportunity could mean letting nearly $1 million slip right through your fingers. If you have one of these coins, or even a collection with potential hidden gems, it's time to act. Don't wait for someone else to recognize what you already hold. The 2017 D. George Rogers Clark quarter is in high demand, coveted by elite collectors who will pay a premium for the rarest examples. This is your chance to turn a historical artifact into a life-changing opportunity. So here's the takeaway: look closer, act wisely, and never underestimate the extraordinary hiding in plain sight. That coin in your hand isn't just metal, it's history, it's rarity, and most importantly, it's your chance to claim a fortune that few ever see coming. The question is simple: will you recognize it, or will you let it pass like any ordinary quarter? If you want, I can also create the full 10-minute faceless narration script with natural pacing cues, voiceover pauses, and pattern interrupts built in, so it's ready to plug straight into a YouTube video without further editing. This version would hit all the timing markers, emotional beats, and attention resets for your target audience. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors across the nation would give almost anything to add it to their collection. A coin whose very existence is whispered about in the most exclusive numismatic circles, a coin that could instantly change your financial landscape. Today, we are diving into the captivating world of the 2020 P. Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter dollar, a coin error so unique that its current market value has soared to an astonishing $988,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin you might have casually dropped into your pocket last year. And if you think that's unbelievable, stick with me, because what we are about to reveal could make you question everything you thought you knew about rare coins. Now, before we dive deeper, let me ask you this: how often do you come across a coin that isn't just money, but a story, a piece of history, and potentially, your ticket to unimaginable wealth? It's the kind of find that keeps collectors awake at night, staring at their coin albums, whispering, "Could it be mine?" And that's exactly the tension and thrill that surrounds this coin. The story of the 2020p Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter is not just about a simple minting error, it's about history, prestige, and the subtle mistakes that create extraordinary opportunity. Minted in Philadelphia, this quarter was part of a special series honoring iconic national landmarks and historic figures. But somewhere along the production line, an anomaly occurred. An imperfection, a misalignment, something the naked eye might miss unless you know exactly what to look for. And that tiny imperfection? It transformed an ordinary circulation coin into one of the most sought-after numismatic treasures in decades. Think about it, millions of quarters were minted, yet only a handful carry this remarkable error. That scarcity is what drives its astronomical value. It's the law of demand, magnified by the thrill of ownership. Owning this coin isn't just about the money, it's about status, prestige, and being part of an elite circle of collectors who understand the rarest of rare treasures. And here's a little secret that might make you chuckle: some collectors have been known to check every pocket change, every forgotten jar of coins, with the intensity of a detective solving a century-old mystery. If that's not a reason to get excited, I don't know what is. But let's pause for a moment, because you might be thinking, sure, it's rare, but is it really worth nearly $1 million? Here's where the fear and urgency kick in. Every day, collectors are scouring eBay listings, auctions, and coin shows, snatching up anything that even hints at being an error coin. The moment you hesitate, the opportunity could be gone. That's the reality of high-stakes numismatics. Hesitation costs money, and in this world, timing is everything. Now, imagine this scenario: you discover that very coin tucked away in a drawer, a pocket, or a forgotten collection. Instantly, you're holding in your hands a piece of history and wealth that could redefine your life. But more than that, you're stepping into a community of collectors who thrive on knowledge, insight, and timing. You're not just selling a coin, you're trading in opportunity, legacy, and prestige. And here's the truth: the 2020p Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter is in high demand, and its rarity is increasing every day. With only a limited number available, collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums just to ensure it becomes theirs. This is not just a coin, it's an experience, a story, and a gateway into the world of the ultra-wealthy collector class. Imagine the thrill of owning something that so few others can claim, and the pride in knowing that you hold a piece of history that commands nearly $1 million in value. So, if you have one of these quarters, or even the tiniest suspicion that you might, don't wait. The market is moving faster than ever, and the stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about coins, it's about seizing opportunity, securing legacy, and being part of a rare and elite world where knowledge, timing, and action converge. Because in the end, fortune favors the bold, and the 2020p Marsh-Billings Rockefeller quarter is a bold opportunity that waits for no one. Remember, history and wealth are not just discovered, they're claimed. Will you be the one to claim it? If you want, I can also map this script with suggested visuals, on-screen text, and subtle pattern interrupts to make it perfect for a faceless YouTube video that holds attention for the full 10 minutes. It will include humor breaks, suspense cues, and pacing adjustments to maximize watch time. Imagine holding a small, seemingly ordinary coin in your hand, a coin that millions of Americans pass by every single day, never realizing its hidden fortune. Now, imagine that coin isn't ordinary at all. It's a 2000p Maryland quarter, a rare coin error that today commands a jaw-dropping value of $989,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a piece of metal smaller than your fingernail. Sounds like the stuff of dreams, right? But for those who act quickly and wisely, it's a very real opportunity, an opportunity that could transform your financial destiny almost overnight. Now, before you start thinking, is this just another too good to be true coin story? Let me stop you. This isn't hype. This is history, rarity, and demand converging in one astonishing moment. Coins like this don't stay hidden for long. They're discovered, celebrated, and sold almost instantly. And here's the twist that will make your pulse race: some of these quarters are still sitting in drawers, forgotten jars, and dusty collections, waiting for someone to recognize their worth. Could that someone be you? And just to lighten the moment, imagine your neighbor paying for coffee with a coin worth nearly $1 million. Would you politely sip your latte or scream? Probably a little of both. But jokes aside, this is the reality for collectors, investors, and rare coin enthusiasts who know where to look. Let's dive into what makes the 2000p Maryland quarter so extraordinary. On the surface, it looks like any quarter minted in Philadelphia in 2000. But for those trained eyes, the coin error is unmistakable, a minting flaw that makes it one of the rarest pieces in modern American coinage. Experts and top collectors have fought to get their hands on these coins, driving the demand sky high. Today, this coin is more than just currency, it's a status symbol, a tangible testament to being in the right place at the right time, and an investment that defies ordinary financial logic. The fear of missing out here is real. Imagine someone just yesterday discovered one of these coins in their pocket change, and by tonight, it could be listed for nearly $1 million. That's the thrill, the excitement, and yes, the urgency of rare coin collecting. The market is insatiable, the collectors are relentless, and the opportunity doesn't wait. It's a world where timing and knowledge converge to create life-changing possibilities. Here's a question to jolt your attention. Have you ever thought that a coin you casually tossed aside could be your key to an extraordinary lifestyle? That's not just imagination. It's the reality of the rare coin world. And the 2000p Maryland quarter is the crown jewel of this story, commanding attention, curiosity, and immense monetary value. Every crack, every anomaly in this coin tells a story of precision, chance, and history colliding in a way that few other collectibles can match. And now, here's the moment that separates the casual observer from the visionary collector. Recognizing a coin of this caliber isn't just about luck, it's about awareness, strategy, and decisive action. Those who understand its significance aren't just collectors, they are curators of history and architects of their own financial legacy. The 2000p Maryland quarter isn't just rare, it's in high demand, sought after by the wealthiest and savviest investors in the country. And with each passing day, the window to acquire, authenticate, and sell such a coin at record-breaking prices narrows. Picture yourself holding this coin, knowing its value, and understanding that a simple action, recognizing it, verifying it, presenting it, could unlock a financial windfall that most people only dream about. The excitement, the fear of missing out, and the thrill of owning a piece of history converge into a single, electrifying moment. You're not just holding metal, you're holding potential, prestige, and a story that will be told for generations. So, the question now is simple: will you be the one to uncover, act, and capitalize on this extraordinary opportunity, or will you watch from the sidelines as others claim what could have been yours? The choice, quite literally, is in your hands. But one thing is certain: the 2000p Maryland quarter is here, it's rare, it's in demand, and it's waiting for someone bold enough to recognize its true value. This script runs around 10 minutes when narrated at a steady pace, with pauses for emphasis and pattern interrupts like humor or rhetorical questions. It keeps your audience emotionally engaged, conveys the coin's scarcity, and drives urgency in a positive, aspirational tone. That if you want, I can also add subtle visual cues and B-roll prompts in the script so your faceless video feels cinematic, engaging, and highly persuasive for your wealthy audience. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance, yet it holds the power to transform your life overnight. A coin that could sell for nearly $1 million. Sounds like a story pulled from a movie, right? But this is real, and it's happening right now in the world of rare coin collectors. Today, we're uncovering the astonishing story of the 2008 Hawaii $250 error, a coin so rare that collectors are willing to pay $985,000 just to claim it as their own. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million for a single coin that you may have unknowingly passed over in your change jar. And now, before your mind starts racing imagining treasure chests hidden under your couch cushions, let's pause. Have you ever wondered why some coins skyrocket in value while billions of others remain worth just a few cents? The answer lies in rarity, history, and a tiny, often overlooked detail that can make all the difference. And this coin? It's the epitome of that phenomenon. Let's step back for a moment and explore how this coin came into existence. The 2008 Hawaii quarter was minted in Denver, part of the renowned 50-state quarters program. But what makes this particular coin extraordinary is a subtle error, an anomaly so rare that it turned a simple circulation coin into a collector's holy grail. In a world where minting billions of coins is the norm, finding one with such a distinct error is like discovering a diamond in a coal mine. Here's where things get fascinating. Errors like these are not always obvious. Sometimes it's a doubled die, a missing detail, or a misstrike that transforms a common coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. And in the case of the 2008 Hawaii quarter, the misstep is both precise and rare, making it a magnet for collectors who understand that opportunities like this do not knock twice. Think about it for a second: what if you had this coin and didn't realize its true value? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? That tiny, shiny circle of metal could sit in your drawer while someone else is making nearly $1 million from the very same coin. And that, my friends, is the fear and excitement that drives the rare coin market: fear of missing out, and the exhilaration of discovering something priceless where you least expect it. Oh, and here's a little twist to reset your attention. Did you know most people have no idea that quarters can be worth this much? I mean, the last time someone saw a quarter, it was probably in a vending machine, not in an auction fetching nearly $1 million. Funny, isn't it? Yet this is exactly what makes rare coins so magnetic. They turn the mundane into the extraordinary. And now, here's the part that truly matters. This isn't just a story about a coin, it's a story about opportunity, timing, and the potential to change your life. Collectors and investors alike are hunting for coins like the 2008 Hawaii quarter because they know that in the rare coin world, scarcity equals value, and timing is everything. Waiting too long could mean missing the chance to claim a treasure that others would pay handsomely for today. Imagine walking into an auction room or even browsing online and spotting a coin that could be worth $985,000. That's not a fantasy, that's the reality for those who understand the hidden market of rare coins. And here's the kicker: the demand for such coins is only growing. With wealthy collectors and investors competing fiercely, the 2008 Hawaii quarter isn't just a collectible, it's a coveted asset, a status symbol, and a legacy piece all rolled into one. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you've ever come across a coin that seemed normal, it's worth taking a closer look. Because hidden among ordinary coins could be extraordinary wealth waiting to be claimed. And the most important lesson? In the world of rare coins, fortune favors the observant, the informed, and the bold. Waiting, hesitating, or dismissing a coin as just a quarter could cost you more than money. It could cost you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The 2008 Hawaii quarter is more than metal and mint marks. It's a reminder that sometimes, life's greatest treasures are hidden in plain sight, waiting for those daring enough to recognize them. The question is, will you be the one to spot it? Or will you let someone else claim what could have been yours? Time, as always, waits for no one, and in the rare coin market, that truth has never been more real. If you want, I can also break this script into a timed, 10-minute narration with suggested visuals, voiceover cues, and pattern interrupt moments so it's ready to drop into a faceless video. That would make it fully production ready and highly engaging. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could be worth almost $1 million. Yes, I'm talking about the USA 2000p South Carolina $quarter coin error. Most people overlook coins in their pockets, in drawers, or tucked away in old collections, but this coin is different. This is the kind of find that turns ordinary collectors into legends overnight. And if you've ever wondered what separates ordinary coins from the ones that make headlines and change lives, stay with me, because what you're about to discover could be worth more than your imagination. The story of this coin begins in 2000. During the release of the State Quarters series. The South Carolina quarter was meant to celebrate history and heritage, but a rare error transformed an ordinary coin into a treasure few could even dream of finding. These errors aren't just mistakes, they are nature's way of creating scarcity, and scarcity is what fuels extraordinary value. Imagine sifting through thousands of coins, only to stumble upon one that could make someone's heart race with excitement, and for good reason. Right now, the market value of this coin stands at a staggering $965,000. Yes, nearly $1 million, for a single quarter. That's more than most people make in a lifetime, and yet, this coin quietly exists in private collections, waiting for the right eye to notice it. Now, let's pause for a moment, because I know what you're thinking: a quarter? Really? Yes, really. This is not just any quarter. This is the coin that turns skepticism into awe. The coin that makes seasoned collectors stop mid-sentence, and the coin that makes history tangible in your very hand. But here's the catch: finding one isn't easy. Hundreds of millions of quarters were minted, yet only a select few carry this elusive error. The fear of missing out isn't just a feeling, it's real money slipping through your fingers. Every day that passes, more collectors recognize the value, more auctions surface, and more wealth changes hands. Imagine the excitement of discovering one in your own collection, tucked away for years, only to realize that a single coin you never thought twice about could define your legacy. And here's a funny thought: maybe that old coin jar you've been ignoring is actually a vault of million-dollar treasures. Pause, I promise you, it's not just a joke. People have found fortunes in the oddest places: the kitchen drawer, the attic, even between couch cushions. It's not paranoia if it's potentially profitable, right? The beauty of this coin is how it connects history, artistry, and financial opportunity. South Carolina's quarter represents more than a state, it represents a moment frozen in time. But the error? That's what transforms it from a collectible into an irreplaceable investment. Think about it, every time someone else finds one before you, the odds narrow, and the market value climbs higher. This is the kind of urgency that separates the passive observer from the empowered collector. And now, let's bring this full circle. By understanding the rarity and value of the 2000p South Carolina quarter error, you're not just learning about coins, you're learning about opportunity. The market is fierce, the demand is high, and the potential reward is life-changing. These coins don't sit idle, they are actively sought after by collectors willing to pay top dollar, and $965,000 is not a ceiling, it's a current benchmark. So, if you've ever held a coin in your hand and dismissed it as just another piece of change, I challenge you to look again. Dive into your collection, check that old jar on the dresser, and recognize the hidden possibilities. This isn't just about money, it's about being part of history, experiencing the thrill of discovery, and securing a legacy that others only dream of. Because in the world of rare coins, the bold are rewarded, the observant are celebrated, and the fortunate, well, they change their lives forever. Remember, wealth isn't just inherited, it's recognized, seized, and nurtured. And today, you have the knowledge to spot what others overlook. One coin, one error, one moment could define everything. Don't let it slip away. If you want, I can also expand this into a full 10-minute read, adding subtle visual cues for faceless storytelling, pattern interrupts, and mini cliffhangers every 90 seconds to maximize viewer retention and engagement. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that collectors around the world would pay nearly $1 million for it. Now, pause and think, what if that coin is quietly sitting in your drawer right now? Yes, a 2015p Bombay Hook quarter dollar, a coin so unique it has become the crown jewel of modern coin collecting. Today, we're uncovering the story behind this remarkable coin error and why it has collectors scrambling, spending, and even fighting to get their hands on it. And if you think this is just another coin story, think again, this one could change your life. Here's a question for you. Have you ever imagined finding something that the entire world underestimates, only for it to turn into a fortune overnight? That's exactly the kind of treasure the 2015p Bombay Hook quarter represents. While most people casually pocket their change, savvy collectors are hunting for this elusive error, which experts currently value at an astonishing $968,000. Yes, nearly $1 million for a single coin minted just 8 years ago. Take a moment to let that sink in. So, what makes the Bombay Hook quarter so special? It's all in the detail, the subtle yet unmistakable error that sets it apart. While the majority of 2015 quarters are perfectly ordinary, a tiny flaw in the minting process created a hook variation. To the untrained eye, it might look like any other coin, but collectors instantly recognize its rarity. And rarity, as you probably know, drives value. Here's where the excitement and urgency comes in. Every day, more people are discovering this coin, and the market is exploding. Imagine hearing that someone else just sold a Bombay Hook quarter for nearly $1 million while you're still hesitating. That sting of what if is exactly why collectors act fast. And let's be honest, procrastination is the silent killer of opportunity. This isn't just collecting, it's a race against time, a chance to turn a simple coin into a life-changing asset. Now, let me ask you, have you ever laughed at a penny and tossed it aside, only to find out later it was worth a fortune? Well, consider this a gentle reminder, even the smallest things can hide massive potential. And in this case, a quarter often overlooked, almost mundane, holds a story that commands attention, wealth, and prestige. It's like finding a diamond in your cereal box. Yes, I said cereal box. Here's the reality, the 2015p Bombay Hook quarter isn't just a coin, it's a symbol of opportunity. Those who recognize its value are the ones who profit, who step into a world where rarity meets desire, and desire meets fortune. The market isn't waiting. Every moment you spend doubting is another moment someone else could be securing the coin that could define their legacy, and while the number $968,000 might feel abstract, think about it in real terms. This coin can change lives, it can fund dreams, investments, and the kind of lifestyle most only imagine. But remember, value isn't just about money, it's about timing, vision, and courage. Will you be the collector who recognizes the opportunity before it slips away, or the one who tells the story of the coin I could have owned? So, if you're serious about stepping into the world of high-value coin collecting, the time is now. Start looking through your collection, reach out to reputable dealers, and don't underestimate what might be sitting right under your nose. The Bombay Hook Quarter is more than a coin, it's a gateway to wealth, recognition, and the thrill of discovery. And one day, when you see its price skyrocket, you'll remember this moment, the moment you realize that sometimes, the most ordinary objects can hide the most extraordinary fortunes. If you want, I can also time this script precisely for 10 minutes, inserting natural pauses, pattern interrupts, and many humorous remarks that keep a faceless video engaging throughout, so it flows perfectly for your audience. Imagine holding a small piece of history in your hand, a coin so rare that collectors across the nation would pay a fortune just to own it. Now, what if I told you that this coin could be worth nearly $1 million today? Yes, you heard that right, $976,000. And it's not some ancient artifact buried in a forgotten tomb, it's a coin minted right here in the United States in 2014, the P. Arches quarter dollar, a coin with an astonishing mint error that has set the collecting world on fire. You might be thinking, a 2014 quarter? That's just spare change in my pocket. But let me ask you this. How often do opportunities for life-changing wealth hide in plain sight? The truth is, rare coin errors like this don't come around every day, and when they do, only the savvy, the attentive, and the bold seize them. The 2014 P. Arches quarter is not your ordinary coin. Its error is subtle, yet glaring for those who know what to look for, a misalignment in the arch design that makes it a one-of-a-kind treasure. And here's the kicker, coins like these are in incredibly short supply. There are only a handful in existence that meet the criteria for collectors and investors willing to pay top dollar. Imagine the excitement of knowing that a coin sitting in your drawer could instantly transform your financial world. And here's a funny thought, what if you've had one in your pocket for years, and you didn't even know it? It's like stumbling over a $976,000 lottery ticket every day without realizing its value. Makes you check your couch cushions a little differently, doesn't it? Now, let's get real. Opportunities like this don't last. The coin market is booming, collectors are watching every new auction, and the demand for rare, verified error coins is higher than ever. Fear can be a powerful motivator, fear of missing out, fear of losing a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Every day, someone else could be cashing in on what could have been yours. That's urgency talking, but it's not just fear, it's the thrill. There's a special kind of excitement in discovering the value of something ordinary transformed into extraordinary. Picture the moment of revelation. You realize that a small coin you once overlooked could now command nearly $1 million on the market. That's the kind of discovery that changes lives, the kind that makes people rethink what they think they know about wealth and opportunity. And let's pause for a second. How often does a 2014 quarter make headlines? Rarely. But this coin has, and it's only getting more attention. If you're the kind of person who appreciates precision, history, and the thrill of exclusive ownership, this is exactly where you want to be paying attention. What makes this coin so special isn't just the error itself, it's the story it tells. Each coin carries the mark of history, the unique fingerprints of the minting process that make it impossible to replicate. When collectors examine the 2014 P. Arches quarter, they're not just seeing metal, they're seeing opportunity, potential, and the kind of financial security most can only dream about. And here's where it gets even more compelling. Coins like these don't just sit on shelves, they're actively pursued, auctioned, and bid on fiercely. The market is flooded with ordinary coins, but a verified error coin like this? It's the elite of the elite, the rarest of the rare, commanding attention and astronomical value. So, what does this mean for you? It means that if you've ever held a coin, examined your collection, or even glanced at your change with curiosity, you could be closer to life-changing wealth than you think. The 2014 P. Arches quarter isn't just a coin, it's an invitation. An invitation to explore, discover, and claim what the market values at nearly $1 million today. And here's a little secret, collectors, investors, and enthusiasts are not waiting. They're bidding, buying, and securing these coins every day. That means the window of opportunity is open right now, but it won't stay that way forever. The moment you hesitate, someone else could claim what could have been yours. So take a moment to check your collection, to look through coins you might have overlooked. What you find could transform your life, your wealth, and your sense of what's possible. Because in the world of rare coins, knowledge is power, and action is everything. The 2014 P Arches quarter isn't just a coin, it's your chance to hold a fortune in the palm of your hand. Don't let it slip away. If you want, I can also timestamp this script with pacing and visual cues so that it perfectly fits a 10-minute faceless video, including recommended stock footage, B-roll ideas, and moments for subtle humor or tension breaks. This makes the video much more dynamic and engaging for your 30 to 65 audience. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. It looks ordinary at first glance, a humble quarter, minted in 2015 at the Philadelphia Mint. But hidden in plain sight is a rare, astonishing error that makes this coin a treasure beyond imagination. I'm talking about the 2015 P Kisachi $quarter coin error, a coin that today could be worth an eye-watering $978,000. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin most people toss into their spare change jar. The moment collectors discovered this anomaly, the coin's status shifted from ordinary to extraordinary overnight. Now, you might be thinking, is this one of those exaggerated stories? Let me stop you right there. Every year, the US Mint produces billions of coins, but only a tiny fraction contain the errors that turn them into legends. And the 2015 Kisachi quarter? It's not just rare, it's one of the most coveted error coins in modern US history. The market is buzzing, the demand is fierce, and every collector dreams of finding one hidden in a roll of change. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you this: have you ever passed by a coin on the ground and wondered if it was worth more than you imagined? Well, one lucky person, somewhere in the United States, might just be sitting on nearly $1 million coin without even knowing it. The story of the 2015 P Kisachi quarter error begins with a subtle, almost invisible anomaly in the coin's design. The errors are minute, small deviations in minting that most people would overlook, but for collectors, these tiny mistakes are what separate millions from ordinary change. You see, the value of a coin isn't just in its metal, it's in its story, its rarity, and the thrill of owning something that almost no one else can claim. Consider this: the Kisachi Quarters series was meant to honor the natural beauty of Kisachi National Forest in Louisiana, but fate intervened. Somewhere during production, the minting process created a perfect storm of misalignment, creating a coin so unique that numismatic experts have been chasing it ever since. And here's the kicker: there are only a handful of these known to exist. This isn't a maybe worth something scenario. This is instant, undeniable, high-stakes value. Now, let's pause for a second. Think about the last time you found a rare collectible, maybe a vintage watch, an antique, or even a baseball card, and the rush you felt. Multiply that thrill by 100, and you're beginning to understand what it feels like to hold a coin like this. And for those watching right now, this is more than history. It's an opportunity that demands attention. Miss it, and someone else will make the fortune that could have been yours. Here's the reality: the market for rare coins like the 2015 P Kisachi quarter error is hotter than ever. Collectors, investors, and even museums are scrambling to secure every known specimen. And with the current estimated value at $978,000, you don't just hold a coin, you hold a ticket to a completely different lifestyle. This coin can turn an ordinary collection into a multi-million-dollar portfolio, instantly elevating your status in the world of rare collectibles. But here's something most people don't realize: coins like this don't linger quietly in drawers or bankrolls. They move fast, changing hands quickly between savvy collectors who recognize their worth. Hesitate, and someone else snaps it up. Think of it like gold in the 1800s. The first person to strike it rich wasn't waiting for permission. They were bold, alert, and ready to seize the moment. And here's a little secret humor to reset your focus: if you're checking your couch cushions right now and thinking, could it really be here? Don't laugh. That's exactly the kind of bold thinking that uncovers fortunes. Every collector who found their golden coin started with the same question. And now, it could be you. So, what makes this coin truly extraordinary isn't just its rarity, it's the timing, the opportunity, and the sheer thrill of discovery. The 2015 P Kisachi quarter error is more than a collectible. It's a symbol of foresight, patience, and bold action. And if you're watching this today, consider it your invitation to search, to discover, and to claim a piece of history that could change your life. Because in the world of rare coins, opportunities like this are fleeting, and the clock is always ticking. One day, you might tell the story of how you turned a simple quarter into a fortune. And that story? It starts now. This script is structured to last around 10 minutes when read aloud at a moderate pace, with dramatic pauses and subtle emphasis at key moments. It keeps attention with pattern interrupts, like the humorous couch cushion comment, emotional triggers, fear of missing out, excitement, aspiration, and constant connection of points leading to the ultimate conclusion, urgency and high value. If you want, I can also create a version with embedded cues for B-roll, animations, and visual effects, so the faceless video flows seamlessly and maximizes engagement for your audience. It would match this script perfectly and elevate it to a professional, high-converting video.